let me tell you a story. Not just any story, but one of the oldest stories ever told. The very first tale of the greatest conqueror the world has ever known. In a powerful kingdom far beyond the horizon, there stood the ancient walls of Benin, a land of power, a land of gold. And in the heart of the kingdom, upon a throne carved from ancient ivory and crowned with coral beads, sat a powerful king. He had many wives and many sons, but none stirred the chambers of his heart like one. No name echoed through louder in his soul than that of his crown prince. The others were princes by blood, but this one was a prince by destiny.
It has always been the way of my people, from my father to his father to his father's times, that a king must learn before he rules. He would journey to the people of his mother and learn the ways of his motherland. Then he would be fit, and only then will he be fit to be the greatest Oba. You will do great things, my son, but first you must be humble enough to learn. When you come back, you shall not be the boy anymore. You shall become a man, a king, a ruler.
I won't fail you, father, he assures bravely. The young prince says a brief goodbye to his mother and is on his way. For 3 days, his retinue traveled more than the eyes could see, carrying wealth and splendor. The prince on his mighty high horse was revered by onlookers. Look, it's the prince!
These are my heirs, Prince Obi and Princess Ada. Heirs? A woman is allowed to rule? Yes, the king replies. Wow, my father was right. I have a lot to learn. Later, during his grand feast, the prince finds his quiet time from the celebration and walks toward a beautiful part of the courtyard. There, he takes a rest. He can see the great tree from where he is perched. He hears jubilations and laughing and dancing. This sound pulls the curious prince in. There, in the middle of the court,
The princess danced at the center of the courtyard. Maids watched her with adoration as she moved and danced gracefully. She is adorned in gold and all precious material from head to toe. The prince had never seen someone so beautiful. His view is rudely interrupted.
You can't be here, my prince.
Is there a place where I am not permitted?
Yes, my prince. This is such a place.
Why? Who is she?
Our king's second daughter.
She was not present to greet me.
It is not her duty, my prince.
Then her duties are?
She's a Okar, a member of the royal family who leads our spiritual practices. The god feels the eager prince in. If her siblings regular lives, she heads over our spiritual duties. Is she another husband? He asks. Yes, my prince. When the time is right, she will be given to her husband. Interesting, he replies. Maro, my prince, we can't have you here. Please, leave, the soldier urges. That night, and many nights after, the crown prince found his quiet refuge on the branches of a great ancient tree. There, he would sit in silence, his gaze fixed on the world below. He watched her in golden courtyards and fire-lit feasts. He watched her. She moves like the wind. Her jewels glistened so bright from so far away. They often passed one another, but never a word they exchanged. Only answers. Only silence. But then, one night, differing from the rest, as he watched from his usual place in the courtyard, he had lost sight of her. And in the next breath, a voice behind him, soft and sharp, pierced stillness. All you do is watch. Why? He's startled. I don't watch you. I watch your mighty warriors, he defends. She replies his defense with a small chuckle. Then I welcome you closer. Why a spectator? Not a fighter? He welcomes her challenge and stride. Why not, indeed? He asks too. His servants come forward, taking off his golden tunic. The prince is ready. The conqueror prince, she murmurs to herself. Then the Bratty starts, fierce and mighty. He fights the fast Okalas. The prince intends on not backing down, and everyone watches with sudden admiration, including the princess. Stop, she utters. Everyone comes to a still. It's impressive. Truly, it is. You are conquering it. The rest of the day, I would like to get stronger, and I don't see anyone who'd befits to teach me than your mighty warriors. The Okras are a very selected and tight group. They're a tribe of their own. But it's true. I guess I could put in a word for you. You're off proving yourself to be an admirable challenger. We would accept you. Tulkar watched him at night on his way to the big tree. You watch him or not, my princess? Her maid says. He shines so bright. Come rain, come sunshine. The prince fought with them in the courtyard.
Princess Ada tiptoes over where he carves wood at the great tree. She chuckles. They discuss what it is like being heirs. Ada sleeps, letting her father's intention to join them in marriage out. The prince remains silent, and his servant comes over to them. The king would like to see him, so he beats Princess Ada off, ending their awkward conversation. As the crown prince walks through the door, the chiefs, the servants all bow low. He pauses, surprised, but a prince does not question respect. So he walks on to the center of the room, and with grace he curtsies. Greeting, wise king. Greetings, great Oba, the king replies. Then silence. A sudden realization crept across his face. My father has joined his ancestors, he simply says. A solemn groan ripples through the room. The boy rose, now a man, now a king. He was our greatest ally. I am deeply saddened by the news too. I leave at once then. Yes, that's what your mother would like. In that case, there is something of import I would like to discuss. The king nods. With a wave of his hand, the throne room is emptied. Only silence remains. The prince kneels. I come to you as a humble son to ask for the hand of your daughter in marriage. The king blinks, surprised. My daughter? Ada? No, your second daughter. Ola. A moment passes. Get up, my son. You should not be on your knees for this. The prince arose. Do you know what an akara is? The prince replies, a child that leads the spirituality of the no, the old king cuts in. It is deeper than that. And Okara is not a child born by chance. She is summoned, called into the world. I will protect her. I will love her. I will conquer worlds in her name and bring riches to your door. Riches I do not want. Then what would it take? Nothing. Nothing. She's closer to the gods than to us mortals. Her power cannot leave this land. To protect it, she must marry a true son of the soil, a true blood. Who? It has not been decided yet, but for her sake, it must be someone whose mother was also an Okara. Her bloodline is sacred to our spiritual continents. The prince looks defeated. I must refuse you, my dear Oba. He walks away. On the great tree where he walked to for solemn, he sees her standing. I can see why you cherish this place so much, she says. You you see me up here? He replies. She nods. They share a smile. I see most things. My princess, what brings you here? I'm sorry for your loss, she says solemnly. Thank you. You're leaving? They are preparing everything for the journey. She nods. You're Oba now. What will you do first? I don't know. I'll let my people decide based on what they need. She smiles again, gently, proudly. You be a formidable king. Send word often. I will, and you too. She curtsies to him one final time. Goodbye, my king. She walks away. I'll miss you, he calls after her. She pauses, turns slightly. I know. Come with me. I can't. Sorry, feels her voice. He almost speaks, but then she cuts him off. You can't, as if hearing the words in his heart. The unspoken words. He nods, agreeing with her. I can't, he repeats. The prince travels back home with his great retinue. Now an Oba, he was welcomed with a great feast. His mother waited eagerly to see her son. The Okara meets her betrothed. They get along well and she agrees to the wedding. A messenger comes after. He delivers the news of the princess's wedding. The king is distraught. He gathers his chiefs. The Oba declares war. His mother comes to plead with him. Please, the people cannot live without their Okara. The princess is one with it. You cannot separate one from the other. I'll be back, mother. He mounts his horse and gallops along, with 30,000 men strong to storm Umoja Kingdom. After 3 years of siege, the people are tired, the king appears old, the crown prince has passed in battle. The Okara is summoned. The entire court goes silent as she walks in. They greet her in disdain. I have a question, Princess Ada begins. For me or for the gods? Olaido asks. Are you not one and the same? Is your palm wine the same as the god? How did the Oba find out about your wedding? I sent word to him, she replies honestly. The elders gasp, surprised. Their trust in the Okara has been compromised. You brought him here. You caused this. He had decided on war the moment our father denied him my hand, right here. You were here? The old king asks, surprised. I am the Okara. I see all, which is how I know that this excuse gathering is not enough to hide your true intentions. They all look guilty. When it is my time, I will leave on my terms. She walks away. On the battleground, the battle goes fierce. The Oba and her betrothed Azuka face off, both possessing trainings from the Okagiris. It is a fierce battle. The Okara sits at the top of the hill, and when she feels Azuka's spirits depart, she goes down to court wearing a red ceremonial attire. She bows to the king and wordlessly leaves. She climbed up the hill with 5 of her elite warriors. Oba burst into the court, holding something wrapped in white cloths. He'll need this for a warrior's rest. He tosses Azuka's head across the hall. The chiefs are horrified. Now, where is my Okara? I have won her hand fair. She's at the great tree performing her ancestral rites as they speak in court. She is gone, the king insists. Where? We cannot leave without our Okara, Princess Ada says. Where is she? He asks, upset. The Okara does her last rites. Her guards stand watch. Go up the hill by the great tree, is all Ada says. As he climbs up the hill, he remembers everything about her. He imagines her waiting for him in the same way she watched him leave. He imagined their reunion. But when he gets to the top, dead Okagiris are all he can see, and deadly silence. The princess hung lifeless on the great tree. He falls to his knees in grief, wailing. He goes back to the throne room, bereaved. What have you done? He asks. We can't live without our Okara, is all Princess Ada responds. And you won't have to. Kill everyone, burn everything to the ground. Not even a worm must survive from the land of Umoje. He instructs his guards. They try to struggle, but they are no match for his forces. People scream and things burn with great force as the conqueror Oba leaves. He carries the Okagiri's lifeless body with him. That was the first of many battles he won, fulfilling his prophecy of being the conqueror of conquerors.